guys, it's Brandon here from FPV Power, and just to talk about how I've set up my kayak for fishing and a little bit on our batteries. So the kayak is a Perception Pescador Pilot 12 with a pedal drive. So just a quick overview. There's plenty of reviews and everything online, so I won't go through too much, but I'll just go through a couple of the main points, what I like and what I don't like about the kayak, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I'm underneath the kayak now, and this is the other thing I like about this kayak. It comes with the holes pre-drilled and tapped to mount your bracket. So straight away all I do is just put these two screws in, as you can see either side, put the bracket on, and I can slide my transducer on and off, whether I want it, whether I want to take it off or put it on. It's nice and easy, no modifications there whatsoever. Okay, so I'm in the kayak now, and as you can see, those rod extensions make it so much easier. I don't have to move my rods. If I'm trolling, I can have my rods 9 degrees out if I need, or straight back. I can move that like so, and my knees and my legs are out of the way. My fish finder here, which isn't on at the moment, but I've got it mounted on a ram mount, and that just makes it a lot easier to reach. So if I go up around here, it's nice and in reach. I don't have to lean forwards. I don't have to change my pedaling position. My legs are still going, and I can reach the sounder. So the only other modification I'm going to do is I'm going to put a Burley Pro visor over that, which I should be getting soon, and I will be adding a Burley Pro orb as well for night fishing. Okay, so here is my pod where I have my battery and my wires. So this is our battery pack, the FPV-POWER 7 amp hour pack, and as you can see, it's very small, very light, and just run through how I've set this up. So you can see on the end here there's a jack, and it's waterproof. So once I connect it up, as you can see, put that on, screw the cap down, that's it. That's 100% waterproof now. So the other thing is also the battery will come with a pigtail, so from here to here, and it will terminate in blank leads. So it's up to you how you want to connect them, whether you want to crimp them or solder them. What I've done is I've soldered them, and as you can see, I've heat shrunk them, and I've just put a bit of hot glue. Silicone will do the same thing underneath before I've heat shrunk the tubing over it, and you can see that it's a very neat, completely waterproof system now. So that's my inline fuse. There we go, but it's very nice, very neat. There's no exposed wires or connections. Okay, so put that all back in here. I haven't mounted it fixed inside, as it's pretty tight and it's not going to really get knocked around anyway. So if we just put those wires in there like so, close the pod, and this pod would stay shut until I finish fishing. Okay, so what makes our batteries unique is that we use lithium ion cells for our packs as opposed to lead acid, which is heavy. So the first benefit, of course, is the size and weight. The lead acid will be probably about 6 times as heavy in the same capacity. Now you can see this is a 5 amp hour lead acid, and this is a 7 amp hour, and they're very, this one here is very, very light. This weighs in at about 455 grams, I believe. So very, very small, very, very compact. Now the other benefits that lithium ion has is if you've got a 7 amp hour battery here, 7 amp hour, you can actually drain this battery to 0, meaning you can use 7 amp hour. On a lead acid, this is a 5 amp hour, and lead acids they don't like to be drained below 50 to 60%. So on a 5 amp hour battery, you actually only use about 2.5, 3 amps at the most. You can drain them flat, but the battery won't like it, and for the guys who charge them up and not getting much runtime anymore, that's probably the cause. If you've used the battery maybe over the course of a month or so, and you consistently drain it down to 0, you will eventually kill the battery, and normally that happens pretty quickly. So the other benefit of the lithium batteries is you don't have to wait till you drain the battery down to 50-60% before you charge. You can charge this battery at any time. So whether you've used it for an hour, whether you used it until you completely drain to 0, you can just plug it into the charger and top it up. I will show you a photo at the end of this footage as well of our charger. We use a Pro charger, and so that tells you how many milliamps you've actually put back into your battery, and you'll see that I believe it was 6,973 milliamps. So you've basically used up 100% of your battery pack.